Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure you hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let me know if I'm sounding good, sounding smooth. Give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Shout out to Swain, Mr. Bad Influence, man. I ain't seen you around these parts in a long time, sir. I hope you're doing well. I hope all is well on your end, sir. What's going on? Shout out to Rebel 95 in the building. What's happening? What's happening? Man, it's a lot of drama going on in Dallas, baby. It's a lot of drama going on in Dallas. You know, I don't even like to report this type of stuff. But you know, you can't ignore it for long. You can't ignore it for long. Shout out to Eric Wallace in the building, man. Y'all hit that like and share. Give me a 1 if everything sounds great on your end for the win. Shout out to Jay Lombardi, Joe Gonzalez, Miss Patrice Langford in the building. Shout out to all my people, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We just hit 5K yesterday. I'm feeling great, y'all. Let's go. Not about our Cowboys, though, you know. It's the total opposite. We polar opposites about these Cowboys right now, man. It's a lot of drama going on in the building, man. Let's go. But first and foremost, we gotta make sure them haters doing the most what they was put on God's green earth to do. And you already knew that's hate, man. Shout out to my guy, HTM Sports, man. They hate, man. Let's get these haters out of the building. Let's make sure they on their job, man. Let's get this trap jump around the corner. Let's go. Yeah. Shout out to everybody rocking. Let's get it.
I can't see a thing. All this money in my face. Hey, I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey, ain't no looking back. Came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we just getting K and they just in the way. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, cause we just getting K and they just in the way. Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Get it.
You ain't in on the team, you just a ball, boy. I'm real high. Used to rock knockout, but it's real now.
In the chat.
I probably average your career. Nigga one day hating on it, probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we hollin' f*** a deal. Long little CEO, CIP the dollar. Took my brother, that made me go harder. That turned me to a monster. Now I'm focused on the comma. Now I'ma run up them comma, for the summer, run up them numbers. Yeah. I know that they hate the way it ball, man. Rockin' all this ball, man. Street made on the chain. I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Ain't no looking back, we came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we just get K and they just in the way. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, cause we just get K and they just in the way. Hey.
Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through your phone, but I promise you, you in the trap, sir.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. It's a lot of drama going on. It's a family feud in Dallas, y'all. And first and foremost, I want people to know, I'm glad HTM Sports is in the building, my YouTube brother. We had discussions about this stuff maybe 2 or 3 days ago. We didn't even want to report this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I want y'all to realize, okay? As a content creator, man, it comes a time where you might get hold to a little information, and then you have to decide, do you want to go viral or do you want to hold it back for the betterment of the team? Do you want to hinder the team with putting this type of information out here, or do you got integrity to hold it in to try to make sure it don't be a distraction, it don't mess up everything? But man, the thing about it is you can have integrity on your end, but some of these other people like, hey, I'm trying to get that bag, man. I'm
trap.
And I can respect it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man, but it's a lot of drama going on. I wasn't even gonna say nothing about some of this stuff. We've been seeing some of this stuff, but now it's just all over the news. It's just everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And it is drama. It is, you know what I'm saying? It is controversial stuff going on. All the family members are absolutely imploding right now. That's
trap.
Seem like everybody family member, everybody mama, daddy, cousin, sister, auntie, brother, they got something to say. And it's going crazy right here, right now in the Cowboy Nation, man. But hey, like I said, it made me want to preach a little bit, man, because sometimes you just gotta make that decision, which side you want to be on this. Some people, you know, they don't have that type of integrity. They just want to go viral. They just trying to get that bag. And we not down and we're not doing them bad. You know, they still our brothers and sisters. But hey, I tried my best and it still got out. The cat's out the bag. Everybody's talking about this. So it's certain stuff I wouldn't want to report, man. That's just me, man. Like if I feel like it's gonna mess up the team, if I feel like it's gonna be some drama in there, because what's the ultimate goal? What is everybody's goal in this community? For us to get 6. That's the most important thing. Like all this other stuff, we don't really care about. And I know if we make this environment even more toxic, it's gonna be very hard for us to get to that 6. They already got a lot of stuff they gotta deal with, y'all. It's gonna be very difficult. So, you know, I'm sure this ain't the first time y'all heard about this right now, but it's a lot of family feuds going on. Dak Prescott brother done signed off. CeeDee Lamb mother done signed off. Micah Parsons brother done signed off. Like, everybody got something to say. And, you know, at least we know it's going to be some change. It probably going to be some change going on.
Trap.
And I had to think about it, man. Really, if you think about this, the only way this would be is actually kind of a good element to this stuff. And don't shank me with the butter knife. Shout out to Law Nation, man. Like he say, don't shank me with the butter knife right now. Just listen. Okay, listen. The only reason it's a small, good element to this is because it threatens what's normal. It threatens what the mediocrity is right now. If some of these people telling the truth, we don't know what truth, who's telling the truth, but sometimes some of these people telling the truth. And then sometimes this stuff need to just come out, right? Sometimes stuff just need to come out. If it's the truth, you need whistleblowers in the organization because you might be able to usher in what you really need. It is what it is. You might need to usher in what you really need. But let's get into some of this stuff, man, because it's a lot of drama going on in Cowboy Nation. It's a lot to discuss. Excuse me. Tad Prescott, I don't think I got the graphic for him, but y'all know that's Dak brother. Tad Prescott was saying basically he would love for Dak Prescott to get up out of Dallas. He said that, so. He said he would love for Dak Prescott to get up out of Dallas, but he said Dak loved his team. He loved this city so much that he wouldn't want to leave, and he actually want to bring us some rings. So he basically saying if it was up to him, he'll be out of here. He'll be out of here, y'all. But Dak loves the Dallas Cowboys. He loves the team. He loves the city. He want to bring a championship to us. So that's the reason why he don't want to leave. But, man, let's look at some of this other stuff, man. Like I said, Dak brother done signed off. CeeDee Lamb mother signed off. And Micah Parsons brother is saying stuff too. So it's getting ugly, y'all. Like I said, the one thing about it is it should usher in some kind of change. This stuff like this, all these family members sounding off, it's a threat to what we had last year. It's a threat to what's going on right now. It's a threat to what's going on right now. We might need change. So this would probably usher in some kind of change. We don't know. We'll have to sit back and see. But let's get into this stuff, man. Let me know if y'all can see what I see, and then we'll continue. Let me make sure. Let me put it up on my end for the win. Let me put it up on my end for the win. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we good. All right. It says, pack your bags. Micah Parsons' brother launches a verbal attack on Dak Prescott while questioning his future with the Cowboys after early exit from the playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys are exploding from the inside just a few days after CeeDee Lamb's mom blasted the Cowboys' Dak Prescott on social media. The star linebacker Micah Parsons' brother Terrence Parsons does the same. Terrence Parsons, brother of Micah Parsons and a host of Real Talk on Capers and Parsons podcast, took to social media and posted a message on his Facebook account to call out the Cowboys Pro Bowl quarterback Dak Prescott. He posted a picture of Prescott's statement about people questioning head coach Mike McCarthy's future in Dallas following their loss against the Green Bay Packers. So let's take a listen to some of this stuff.
You guys always let me have it, but it's all up, though.
Let me know if y'all can hear that. Give me a 1 if y'all can hear that. Give me a 1 if y'all can hear that.
Especially been going at Micah, making us all want to, at least me, deactivate my social media. But I ain't like that though.
I ain't never
ducking no smoke. But this is what I'm saying. You've been going at it. People are saying that your brother disappeared. Defend your brother in front of the world.
I mean, I don't really got to do too much defending. If you watch football, you're high IQ, you see what's going on, then you know that it takes 10 other guys on the field to want to play and be where they need to be, fill the gaps that need to be filled. Like run gap responsibility, that's things that we learn in Pee Wee football. In high school, we learn how to read linemen. And when the lineman pulls, we know how to, we learn all of these things, high school, college, to help us see the run, fit the run, play better defense. This is all things that we should be learning. Not in the NFL. Like, we're in the NFL now. We should not be over here when the play's over here.
And oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, if you look at the film,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like, it's just things
the
that...
film is so ugly.
Yeah, it's just things that, like, just can't happen. Like, we're just, as a defense, we weren't seeing things properly whatsoever. And, when one guy sees it and 6 other guys don't see it, that one guy who does see it is probably getting caught on a block that should have been meant for somebody else, but they weren't there. So, you know what I mean? That's why, like, you can't...
That make a little sense what he's saying. But at the same time, that's his brother. He gonna make sure he defend him, which he should, but who's to say that he's the one guy that's seen it every time?
Trap.
I mean, we seen some plays that Michael went the wrong direction and stuff too. Like, they gonna take up for their family members, which they should. But you know what I'm saying? It's just hard to take up for one player when everybody looked bad, when everybody makes mistakes, when it's a team, type situation. So it ain't pretty much nothing you can do. Like, but that did make sense what he said. He said if one player seen it and the other player didn't, maybe that player will come and block somebody else. You know what I'm saying? They'll just keep moving up, especially in a zone run scheme. That's definitely true because they blocking the area. They're not really blocking a player, so they'll be blocking the area. And if Micah Parsons in that area or whoever diagnosed the play in that area, they'll get blocked. The people who ain't in that area, they'll just be, out of the play. So that makes a lot of sense.
You can't really blame one person. You can't, just because he's the best person that we have on our team, tell our coach to put that man in position to win.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we wholeheartedly agree with that in the trap, though.
Trap.
Put that man in position to win. We agree with that, and we understand that Dan Quinn was pretty much failing to do so in the last, the last few weeks in the last season, man. We really had a downward spiraling season under Dan Quinn, and like we said, we want to relinquish him of his power. We wish Mr. Dan Quinn would go ahead and get a coaching job and step down, because I don't like his approach to stopping some of these teams. It looks bad. It really do.
On team.
Yeah.
There's no reason why Micah's not in the middle of the field. 80% of the snaps, first and second down. Third and long.
You know where to put him.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's really the conclusion we came to. Who remember when I said, man, honestly, if you look at Micah Parsons as a defensive end, it'd be a lot of wasted reps. He just get washed out. He's not a complete full defensive end. He's a hybrid. So if you just running him at defensive end constantly, he just doing it for no reason after a while, because he probably get pressure, but he's not going to get a sack maybe like once or twice a game. So all of those other reps, they pretty much wasted. He could be impacting the game from the middle of the field on first and second down, just like his brother said. And like, this is a natural reaction to this podcast too. I haven't seen this, y'all. So I'm reacting to this as I'm watching it with y'all. So I haven't already watched this and came up with my conclusions already. I'm watching this for the first time with y'all too. So I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? First and second down, he could impact the game a lot better from just him just getting a whole lot of unnecessary wear and tear on defensive end. Now, you know, this is crazy for me because at first I said, hey, he a dominant pass rusher, let him be a pass rusher. But I know we got issues on the second level, and Micah Parsons could be a big-time solution to some of those issues. So, hey, let him do it on first and second down and blitz him on third down. You can blitz him on first down sometime too, but just do it from the linebacker position. Hey, I ain't really got no smoke for that right now. Go ahead, Mr. Parsons.
Well, you know what I mean? Give him an option. At linebacker, you can still blitz the quarterback. You're right over the center, you know what I mean? You can basically pick a gap at linebacker, you know what I mean? You're kind of free. I would give him that leeway, okay? If it's first, second down there at linebacker, if they drop back the pass, go. If they run the ball, you know where to be at. You know what I mean? It's just, it's simple things that you could do for him, knowing the type of caliber player that is, that can help your defense when you have holes, especially at the linebacker position when you're drafting him as linebacker. But you know what I mean, a lot of people aren't going to see it that way. But
no, they see it that way. They see it that way. A lot of people see it that way, but he's the best player, so you know how that goes, bro. You get the blame when it's going bad, even if it's not your fault, and you get the praise when it's good, even if you attribute it to it, or maybe you had a bad game, but you won, they'll still praise you. But
y'all make sure y'all go check out Real Talk by Capers and Parsons podcast on social media, on YouTube.
These dudes are just
this is courtesy of these young
wrong
men.
Spots.
Yeah,
Micah is shooting the gap and taking up 2 blocks to free you, and Bell or Clark would end up in the complete wrong running lane.
Yes, like there was one where Bell was here, Micah was here. The play's here. Micah's here, Bell's over here. How does that come on, like
He ain't lying about that. We spoke on that the other day.
Trap.
Hey, I'm with you when you're right though. He ain't told no lie, cause we pointed that out right there ourselves. We said Bell and Damone Clark was way on the wrong side of the field. He was dodging contact. We already know he got that spinal fusion surgery that he was coming off of, so he might not be confident enough to take real contact and go blow up blocks, because I seen him trying to be elusive. And we don't want our linebackers doing that, because if you dodging blocks, that means you probably ain't in your gap no more. So we need you to blow up blocks. We need you to contest some of these blocks and stay in your lane and keep your responsibility. That ain't what we've been seeing with Bell now, man. So, hey, it is what it is. He ain't lying on that.
Bell's here. Bell starts here, ends up here. The run's here. Bell's here, ends up here. Mike is here. Taking on 2 blocks. And there's just a big crease. You know what I'm saying? It's just like what I mean. When people aren't in the right spots, things like that happen. Like the defensive line, they're supposed to have gap integrity too. They're supposed to eat up blocks and make sure certain gaps don't get penetrated, just so that the linebackers are able to fill those open gaps where they're not at. And there was just none of that.
That's
you know
terrible, bro.
We get blown off the ball. We just look real uninterested.
Real uninterested. And I agree with most of what he was saying. Now, of course, he's trying to paint the picture that Micah had no blame. I can't speak to that. I don't agree with that part, because I've seen some plays where Micah did deserve some blame, but that man wasn't really telling no lies. He really pretty much, it was much more of an indictment on Dan Quinn than anything. It was much more of an indictment on Dan Quinn than anything, in my opinion. So we just react to that together. So what y'all think about it, nation? You know, like I said, that was my first time watching it. What y'all take is from it? Because I ain't gonna lie, he had some nice points though. I thought he was just up there doing the Dak Prescott diss track, you know.
Trap.
He did say some stuff about Dak, but I thought he was finna come up there and say, first off, the click you claim, I thought he was finna have that diss track going, y'all. I thought he was finna have that diss track going. But we gonna go back to it, because we gotta look at what CeeDee Lamb mama saying, and it's just not good for the way the team is currently constructed. Maybe these young men feel differently about each other, like as in their relationship. But when I hear players, parents, and family and stuff talking, I always have that suspicion in the back of my mind. My antennas go up. It do. I have to think, like, maybe are they speaking for the player? That's always a thought in my head. I just got to be real with y'all. I got to be real with y'all. I always think to myself, like, are they actually speaking for the player, or are they just emotional and just saying stuff like us? Because we say crazy stuff. Just imagine if we was brothers and sisters of some of these Cowboy players.
Trap.
My brother be in trouble. The stuff I tweet, the stuff I make videos about, my brother will be in shambles, y'all. So I understand that, man. It might not necessarily mean they are speaking for the player, but, you know, I always just, if I'm going to be honest with the trap, I try to be honest. If I'm going to be honest, I always have a suspicion, like, are they, like, hired guns? You know what I'm saying? Are they hired guns? You got to have that thought in the back of your head. But most of the times, like Who Raised You said, what your name used to be? I know you, but what your name used to be? You a mod. I can't remember what your name used to be. But like he says, most times emotions. Because we are emotional, especially right after a loss. It get ugly, it get crazy, it make you think, it make you wonder, like, man, you start questioning everything. So, hey, if I was anybody, brother or sister in this organization after that loss, they'll be in trouble. I'd be on Skip and Shannon, I'd be everywhere right now.
Trap.
I'd be everywhere. Action Power says they are hired guns, bro. It's evident. You got your antennas up too, huh? I think if we gonna be honest, I think you gotta at least have that thought in the back of your mind somewhere, right? It might not be true, but you actually gotta at least think about it. Like, you gotta consider that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't really much trade Micah. I would try him with another defensive coordinator, though. I'd do that.
Trap.
I might trade him with. I might try him with another defensive coordinator. I might be willing to do that right there. But let's get back into the drama, the mess, I guess. I tried to avoid this stuff, y'all. I promise you I did. I really did. But it says, I am questioning your future. Laughing my off. What it says, take $40 million or pack your bags. I ain't gonna lie to you. You need all the help you can get. Terrence Parsons Jr. wrote. That's what he wrote as far as Dak Prescott go. I am questioning your future. LOL. Take $40 million or pack your bags. I ain't gonna lie, you need all the help you can get. That's pretty, look. We can sit up here and be mad at Mr. Parsons, but that's pretty much what I said too. I said, hey, load him up with some weapons. Get him some weapons over there, and I don't care how much it costs.
Trap.
I pretty much said that too, so I ain't mad at him. He says, however, in the same post, Parsons also replied to a Dak Prescott hate comment and implied that Prescott wasn't the reason for the Cowboys' loss, and he was only advising the quarterback to take $40 million since they have to be able to afford to keep other players. Terrence Parsons is very active on social media. He really is. This is my first time ever hearing about him, and I went to his page, and he been tweeting, and he been reposting J Tuck and Law Nation. He pretty much in the community, man, so shout out to him.
Trap.
Shout out to CFO Sports. He been reposting everybody's stuff, like all the content creators that's big on Twitter. He been reposting Law Nation, J Tuck, everybody that I've been seeing. So hey, he is very, very active on social media. But where was I? I said very active on social media and has praised Prescott on multiple occasions, even after the Cowboys' heartbreaking loss against the Packers. In the last few days, Terrence has been actively defending Prescott and his brother, Micah Parsons. I ain't know that. Like I said, this is first time for me, too. He has also called for the Cowboys to hire their defensive coordinator, fire their defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, after blaming him for Dallas' humiliating loss against the Packers last weekend. Hey, that's crazy now. I'm telling you right now, bro. We can have a debate about this, man, but I just don't think these family members will say stuff like that without consulting to their brother, right? Like, that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. What y'all think? Y'all don't think they'll be like, hey, bro, I got some suspicions that sometimes the brother be like, Micah be like, hey, man, I got you $1,000. Go tweet this right here. Trap. We don't know, man. We don't know. That's a dynamic that we don't know. But for him to be asking for coaches to get fired, that's pretty significant to me. I can't say that that's just nothing and they just doing whatever they want to do. I don't know. Let's see. Mr. Asher Power says again, we speaking on someone's job, especially these millionaires' job in this day and age of social media. They hire guns. I can't deny it. Hey, my antennas up. But he was actually talking bad about Dan Quinn. It looked like he's signing off on Dan Quinn. And look, it'll look crazy for Micah to do it, right? Because we know Micah and Dan Quinn like this. They tied to the hip. So if Micah was to come out and say, hey, Dan Quinn, you terrible. We want to get rid of you. I'm sick of you. I'm done with you. If Micah was to come out and say that to Dan Quinn, that would be uncharacteristic. That wouldn't be a good look for him. So, hey, like my boy, Asher Power said, you go hire you a gun and be like, hey, man, go get that boy whacked. Trap. Go get him whacked, man. It sucks that they got us talking about this drama right now, right? This is what our life done came to, y'all. We supposed to be talking about the Cowboys going into the NFC Championship, but they got us here talking about drama. Trap. Maybe if they wasn't doing the stuff that they was doing, we could have been progressing. We could have been going forward. We could have been advancing to the playoffs, to the NFC Championship. But they got us up here talking about drama and draft in Dallas, the Triple D area, man. What they Trap. They got us talking about drama, draft in Dallas, man. That's what they got us at. And hey, this just what our life is, man. It was heartbreaking to see San Francisco win that game, man. And I ain't saying that they didn't supposed to win. What I'm saying is I seen Jordan Love get so arrogant at the end of that football game. And if only we was able to get some real coverage on this dude. If only we was able to stop busting coverage the whole game, giving them 15, 17 yards of open receivers. That was heartbreaking. So now, look what happened. It looked pretty strange, didn't it? At the end of the game, Jordan Love go do the dumbest throw I done ever seen. Trap. Man, Jordan Love went and did the dumbest throw I ever seen in my life. It wasn't even called for that. Yet. It wasn't desperation time. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't time for that. Hold on, let's see what Miss Ella said. Landlord, hell nah. Micah off of that Dan Quinn, especially since he called Micah about being an edge player. Miss Elder, we seen some early signs, didn't we, Miss Elder? We seen some early signs this year. And when we started reporting on it, people was looking at us a little crazy. We was like, man, Micah said, I'm a defensive end. Then Dan Quinn said, nah, you a linebacker. You remember when they was having that little feud in the offseason? Micah went and gained pounds. Dan Quinn like, hey, he's a linebacker. That's obvious miscommunication right there. Somebody's not talking about this. Something is not getting through to the other party. It's a discrepancy somewhere. Something is going on. And that's something that we missed out on. It seems like it materialized later on in the season. And now, like we said, we already know that Dan Quinn has pretty much helped Micah Parsons get to the level that he at right now. So other than that, it'll look crazy for him to be like, man, Screw Dan Quinn all of a sudden. That'll look crazy. So, hey, you might have to do some underhanded maneuvering to make sure you get your message out there. That's all I'm saying. That's why I look at some of these people, family members, and I kind of take some of it serious. I take it with a grain of salt, but I do make a mental note of it. Like, okay, check. I ain't gonna say I run to the bank with it, but I do take a mental note. Like, okay, I'ma remember they said that, cause you know, where there's smoke, there's a little fire too at the same time. But I'ma get back to the divisional round in a minute. Let me get through this right here. It says, so it seems like Terrence really doesn't have anything against Prescott continuing as the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. the Dallas-based football team. But the same can't be said about CeeDee Lamb's mother, Letta Ramirez. CeeDee Lamb's mom calls out Dak Prescott over his poor outing. Following their heartbreaking loss against the Packers in the wildcard game, the Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb's mom, Letta Ramirez, took to social media to call out quarterback Dak Prescott. Dak isn't it good.
Trap.
She said that in all caps too. She meant that. Look, all caps, it seemed emotional, man, but hey, we just gonna let her, that's her opinion, we just gonna let her rock out. But it says they need to get rid of his ass. God damn. Hey, that drama unfolding, ain't it? She said Dak isn't it. They need to get rid of his ass. It's guys on that team that want to win a ring. They work too hard. He don't want to win a ring. Ugh, that sounds like, sheesh. That sounds bad to me, though. He don't want, that statement right there, he don't want to win a ring, that's alarming. That's alarming right there. I wonder what made her come to that conclusion. Maybe she's saying his ability screams that he don't want to win a ring because she don't feel like he could do it. Or is there something else that made her come to the conclusion that he don't want to win a ring? That statement right there is very, very alarming right there. That statement right there is very alarming. They just pretty much quoted out what she said up here, but this is the post and stuff that what she said it on Facebook. But it says, after his horrific 2-interception performance against the Packers, Prescott took the blame for their loss during the post-game press conference. He is now being subjected to criticism from many people. But his teammates' mother cussing him out is something different. Well, did she really cuss him out? Let's see. Yeah, she said get rid of his ass. I wouldn't say she cursed him out. Y'all being a little hyperbolic. Relax. Y'all being a little hyperbolic. Relax. Relax a little bit. But let's see. It's something different. Amidst the criticism, even Dak Prescott's brother, Tad Prescott, came to the defense of the Cowboys quarterback. Nonetheless, Prescott will continue as Dallas franchise quarterback and will get some rest before starting training camp for next season. Yeah, so we just got over the little drama that's going on, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. But now let's talk about this divisional round, man. Cause I'm pretty much, I'm outdone with this drama because we deserve better, man. We deserve better. Let me state my piece on this real quick. What you got to say, HTM? HTM says, I be saying CD acting like a... man, wait a minute. I thought you was finna have some analysis, man. Wait a minute. Hold down, simmer down. We're not doing that. We ain't trying to start more drama now. Because look, regardless of what they say and how they feel about each other, they going to be on the team together next year. CD and Dak will definitely be teammates next year, right? I don't think we can dodge that, man. And this stuff that we doing, man, like I said, I wouldn't even reported this, but everybody is talking about it. So it ain't no way I can dodge it. If every news publication and every social media site got it out there, now I'm out here ducking it. I gotta say something about it, It is what it is. It's Dallas news. So I just wanted to touch on it, man. But my end conclusion of it, I'm gonna say this and I'm done with it. You know, CeeDee Lamb's mother, you know, that's his mother. She's entitled to her opinion. She can say whatever she wants. If that's the way she feels, then, hey, that's her prerogative. But I don't think it's necessarily, her opinion can't necessarily be wrong. But, you know, I disagree with her stance. You know what I'm saying? I think her and Dak and CeeDee are the best duo in football that what we've seen all season. I don't know why they didn't look like that in the playoffs, though. That's the problem. So I wonder what was her stance when they was doing well. That's all I want to say. I wonder when they was tearing the league up. I just wonder how she felt about them then. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say that she wrong because she's entitled to her opinion. You know, our respects to Mother Dukes. You know, my Dukes. We're not gonna bash nobody's mother up here. That's not what we doing. That's not what we represent. But we really gotta we do have to address some of this stuff. But I would say, if I was up to my interpretation, I would say that, you know, she was just mad like the rest of us. When the game was over, she like, dang, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Trap. In my opinion, I just say she was just emotional like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if I was somebody's brother on the Cowboys, I would be on the news every week. So, hey, it is what it is, man. I think she just got a little emotional. She spoke her mind, and that's how she was feeling at the time. So it is what it is. But I do want to say this. Sometimes it don't necessarily reflect on what the player feel all the time. I have my suspicions, but that don't necessarily mean that's the way CeeDee Lamb see it. So it is what it is. And far as Micah brother, he was pretty much on point. I'm not gonna lie. Now, for him to try to act like Micah had no blame, I disagree with that. But everything else he was saying, he actually had some validity to what he was saying. And it was a big-time indictment on Dan Quinn, so we can move on from that. What the other drama was, Dak Prescott brother, Tad Prescott, saying that he wished Dak would leave Dallas, and Dak loved Dallas and he ain't going nowhere. So that wasn't pretty much too much either. So we can leave that alone. We can put that to bed. We can move on. Hey, let them people do what they do. We a family. We gon' feud sometimes. That's how it goes. Trap. Look, we sometimes, you know, we a family. We gon' feud sometimes. That's just how it go. But let's talk about the Ravens versus the Texans. You know, what I did see is all I asked. Ravens versus Texans, all I seen. What Eastside at? Let's see what Eastside at. Is Eastside in the building? Did he show his face today? Let's see. Let's see the Eastside show his face today. I ain't going up all the comments. I'm gonna be done in a minute. I ain't seen Eastside. What Eastside at? Honestly, he ain't even got a duck because they did better than expected. But I don't see Eastside right now. He probably somewhere lurking. He watching in the background. I know you're in the background, Eastside. Don't be scared, bro. Y'all had a good season for y'all young team, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all had a good season for y'all young team. But CJ ended up being in a position where he had no run game. And he was going up against a team like that. That's expected. You know what I'm saying? You can't go up against a defense like that with no run game, with a young quarterback. Them boys was playing ball. But, you know, you still seen some flashes from CJ that he could be a good quarterback in the future, man. You can see he's going to be a good quarterback in the future. But Baltimore, that defense, man, I'm so jealous of their linebackers, man. I'm so jealous of their linebackers, man. All we had to do, look, somebody let me know, HTM. You know, I always call on HTM like he always on the show. That's my guy. HTM Sports, let me know, what did Baltimore give up for Roquan? Didn't they trade a lot of stuff, or he was a free agent? What did they do to go get Roquan? Because this is my question, like, why we won't do nothing like this, man? And listen, I want y'all to be on alert because this is pretty much a threat right here. This is a threat right here, right? We all understand that we need linebacker help. Landlord from right now all the way to the next season, I'm going to be pushing this front office to go get somebody significant. Go get Bobby Wagner. I don't want no young dudes being linebacker for me right now. I don't want no young dudes being linebacker for me right now. Not the middle linebacker. We need a proven veteran linebacker. Go get Bobby Wagner. But I'm going to tell you what Dollar Bill going to give you.
Dollar Bill!
They going to say, hey, we got Overshawn at home.
Trap.
Don't fall for the cheese now. And this is nothing against DeMarvion Overshawn, because I really feel like the kid is talented. But he is coming off of ACL, man. How many years is we going to do this in a row? How long is we going to do this in a row? We just seen that it don't work. We just made Tony Pollard the starting running back off of ACL injury. We just made Tony Pollard the starting running back off of ACL. We just made Terrence Steele the starting right tackle off of ACL injury. We just made, who else? Jordan Lewis coming off of injury. Donovan Wilson was coming off of injury. All these injured players, they in pivotal roles and they started. That's not good. That's not a good recipe. We already know they might be able to play well, but they're not at their peak. They're not at their highest point. Yeah, so Diggs gonna be the same way. He's gonna be coming straight off of ACL injury. And they gonna put him in a starting role. That's why I'm not opposed to keeping Gilly. Keep Gilly. Let Diggs heal up for like the first 5-6 weeks of the year, and then you might be able to slowly push him back into his role. But don't have him out here guarding number one wide receivers day one, coming fresh off of ACL injury. That's normal Cowboy practice right there.
Trap.
So what I want y'all to realize is we shouldn't let them, man, if they come with this DeMarvion Overshawn stuff and just act like he just gonna be the starter and we don't need nobody else, we need to be pushing this big time. We need to be like, no, we will not accept that. We will not accept that. And I promise you, I think DeMarvion Overshawn gonna be a dog. I think he gonna be good. But coming fresh off of ACL, that ain't fair to us or him. That ain't fair to us or him. So we shouldn't let the Joneses get away with that. We shouldn't let the Joneses get away with that. We should definitely go get us a veteran linebacker. Bobby Wagner needs to be in this building. Dan Quinn, whoever the hell the defensive coordinator gonna be, they need to be on the phone with Bobby Wagner right now. Right now. Luna Love said Overshawn need to come back October. Diggs November. Like, look, we shouldn't expect them to be in big time roles, Ms. Luna. We shouldn't. We shouldn't expect them to be starters. They probably could start, but don't put them against the best players. Don't assume that they're gonna be able to do what they've been doing. Out the gate, fresh off an injury. And not only did we not say that about Tony, we put a hurt Tony Pollard in an even bigger role. Like, but
Trap.
We didn't ask Tony to be who he was. This team's so crazy, man. We ain't asked Tony to do what he been doing. We ain't asked Tony to be who he was. We asked Tony to be an even bigger bell cow. We asked Tony to have an even bigger role. Ain't that wild? That's wild, man. That's wild stuff. That's wild stuff out here, man. But this is what we accept. We accept anything they give us. We accept anything they give us. And we must realize how important linebackers are. You see Queen for the Baltimore Ravens. You see Roquan Smith. Hold on, what HTM said about it though? Okay, wait a minute, not that comment. There we go. He says Baltimore didn't allow a single offensive point. Yikes. And a second and a fifth. That ain't nothing, man.
Trap.
Man, why we couldn't do that, bro? Why we couldn't do that? When I heard, if I would have heard from the grapevine, well, you know how they say, if I would have heard through the grapevine that Roquan Smith don't need nothing but a second and a fifth round pick, You should have been bargaining. You should have been bidding. You should have been doing that, bro. Like, we just let all the good deals just pass us by, man. Just pass us by. You got to realize at one point in time, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. What all our other competition been doing? Nope. This is noteworthy. Look at what the Ravens did. Did they sit on their hands or did they improve their team in the offseason? Somebody answer me that. Somebody riddle me. Let me know. Did the Ravens improve their team in the offseason drastically or did they sit on their hands? Well, we could say the Dallas Cowboys did do things, but did they do things with a sense of urgency? Because they did it. We let a couple of fifths go, and we like, that'll be enough. We said, man, we got a 5th round pick. Go get Gilly. Go get Brandon Cooks. 2 5th round picks, that's enough. Baltimore had a sense of urgency. They traded their 2nd and their 5th round pick for Roquan Smith. And look where they at now. Now, look at San Francisco. Did San Francisco move with urgency? Somebody let me know. Did San Francisco move with urgency? Because we didn't. San Francisco did what? They went and got Randy Gregory. They went and got Chase Young. These boys went and got a lot of people. San Francisco ain't stopped yet. Them boys ain't stopped yet. And remember, when we seen San Francisco making all these trades, you remember we was like, why we ain't doing that? We made cases out here to y'all. We said, look, San Francisco is already better than us. Why in the hell is they moving like they got urgency and we not? We asked these questions. We said, why is San Francisco making moves like they the ones that can't beat the Cowboys? And we sitting up like we the ones that's been beating them. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Shout out to Corey Vaughn with the $5 super, man. He says, I can't put a better fantasy football lineup than the boys giving us right now. He said, I can put a better fantasy football. Hey, I can too, Mr. Corey Vaughn. I can too. You know what I'm saying? I could play GM on Madden and I have us a championship. If you let me to be the GM, I have us a championship. Look, the first thing I do in the offseason, I would go get Josh Jacobs. Second thing, I would go get Bobby Wagner. These ain't even no unrealistic moves. I signed Josh Jacobs. Look, you paying Tony Pollard $10 million. Josh Jacobs might take that. The running back market ain't gonna do nothing but keep going down. And even if he don't, I'll put that $10 million, maybe give him an extra $1-2 million with some incentives attached to it. Come to Dallas, Josh Jacobs. We got you. Boom, you got you a dominant running back. Day one, you got you a big-time running back. Okay, next, I would sign Bobby Wagner. You gonna get rid of Michael Gallup. He gonna give you $9 million. You can get rid of him and get at the Bobby. 1-year contract or add a couple of little more millions to it. Somebody let me know what Bobby Wagner signed that 1-year deal this year for. What did he sign that 1-year deal with Seattle for? You get that $9 million you gonna get from Michael Gallup. You get that to Bobby Wagner. Maybe a couple of more incentives on the end of that thing, and now you got a great linebacker and you got a great running back. That's 2 doable moves. You already paying Tony Pollard $10 million. That's two big time players right there. Boom. You done upgraded your linebacking core. You done upgraded your run game. Tell me I ain't cooking right now. Corey Vaughn say you cooking. Hey, these ain't unrealistic stuff. This is doable stuff, y'all. This is doable stuff. Okay, boom. We got Wagner and we got Josh Jacobs. Now, we might have to go crazy and go get us a defensive tackle. We got to go get us a defensive tackle. All I need is 3 positions in free agency. The rest we can do with the draft. 3 key positions. Running back, linebacker, defensive tackle. It's going to be an arsenal, a plethora of defensive tackles that's going to be available in free agency in 2024. All you got to do is make a run at one of them. Did y'all see all them impact plays Sheldon Rankins was making for the Texans last night? Trap. Did y'all see all them impact moves, impact plays Sheldon Rankin was making? That boy was out there balling. He couldn't do it by himself, but he was making noise out there. You add Sheldon Rankins to this defense, that ain't even gonna be a player that break the bank. You can convince him, hey, come on over to Dallas, we can get you right. You know what I'm saying? We can get you right. You can go after Sheldon Rankins, and Leonard Williams is available. Leonard Williams wouldn't break the bank too much either. That's 3 free agents. I'm not telling you to go out here and make a batting team. That's 3 free agents that we can actually do that wouldn't even kill us. That's 3. Linebacker, defensive tackle, and running back. All this stuff is doable. Let me go over it one more time. Tony Pollard is making $10 million. You can take that $10 million you paying Tony Pollard, add that to what you can pay to Josh Jacobs, maybe a couple of more million. He probably want a little money. You could dress it up, put some money down, push some money back, something like that. It won't even kill you. I promise you it won't. Me and HTM gonna build a team in probably next week or something. We gonna build a team and we gonna show y'all. But you can make some of that money be dead money, incentive money, bonus money. You can figure it out, bro. This salary cap stuff is manipulative. It's manipulable, if that's a word. Trap. You can manipulate this stuff, basically, what I'm saying. You understand what I mean? You can manipulate it. This money is not real. We already know if you an adult these days in 2024, you know money is not even real. We already know money is not even a real thing. Trap. Shout out to Action Power with the $2 super. He says, did you feel like damn Savage why you didn't drop that pick? Exactly. Yes, I did. To me, Action, that made me say it went a part of the script, bro. Trap. Against the Cowboys, you gonna catch that thing. Not only did he catch it, he ran it back. But against them, you gonna drop a wide open pick. It made me sad, bro. It did make me be like, man, was that a part of the script, bro? We don't want to think this stuff fake. We don't want to think that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said about the family members commenting on this stuff, it do have a thought in the back of your head like, man, was that a part of the script? Why this dude can't catch against Purdy, bro? That boy got them hands against Dak. You know what I'm saying? That boy got them hands against Dak. It was raining, though. Okay, Bobby. Thanks for talking me off the ledge, Bobby. Thank you. That's why we got to come together as a nation. I can't do it all alone. Thanks for talking me off the ledge, Mr. Bobby Ellis. I promise you, I needed that. Because I was in shambles. I'm like, why is this man why he got to drop it against these dudes? This boy was mouse against Dak. Very, very frustrating stuff. But listen, tell me that plan right there could work. I would go draft a wide receiver first round. I want a big-time receiver first round. I haven't did my receiver research yet. Somebody let me know what the receiver market looking like in the draft. Maybe it ain't even good enough. I don't know. But we need to draft us a big-time receiver in the first round. I'm going to do my research coming up. I'm going to look at all the receivers, and I'll be coming with some names very shortly. But I need me a big-time receiver in the first round. We seen all these young receivers, they tore up the league last year. Jordan Addison turned up for the Vikings. Tank Dell turned up for the Texans. All these receivers that Green Bay doing. They said the draft market for receivers is amazing. Trap. Tank Dell cut up for the Texans. Jordan Addison cut up for the Vikings. Look at what Zay Flowers doing for Baltimore. The list goes on and on, y'all. If we go get us a big time young receiver, we could be cooking, y'all. We could be cooking. That's what I'm on that. And then think about it. I'm trying to work within the confines of the cheap dollar bill Jones instruction.
Dollar bill.
I'm trying to work within them confines. That's why I said I showed you the wide receiver market yesterday. The wide receiver market in free agency is ridiculous. We know they're not paying nobody that. We don't even want to start that conversation. We know the Jones ain't finna go pay another top tier receiver when we gotta pay CeeDee Lamb. What's the best way to do it? What's the best way to have your cake and eat it too? What's the best way? Go get you a wide receiver in the draft. Go get you a top-notch big dog receiver in the draft. Now he can build with CeeDee Lamb. You got this dude for 5 years. This stuff make too much sense. Now, if they come up here and do something totally opposite, when we come up here and lose, all I'm going to say is I tried. I put my ideas out there. I'm going to be able to rest peacefully. I'm going to say I tried to tell y'all. I tried to do my best. I tried to put good ideas out here. Who disagree with the way I'm talking about approaching this? Because, hey, this a think tank at this point. We up here trying to come up with ways to make this team better. That's what we doing. Shout out to Paul Rodriguez, with the $5 super. He says, fam, we got to boycott until improvements are done. We really do. We got to come up with some. Man. We really do. Here go HTM with some names. Xavier Words and Marvin Harrison Jr. Is they really in reach, though? I know Marvin Harrison Jr. probably going high. Troy Franklin, Rome Ardenez, Kenyon Coleman. So that make my idea even more fire. If the wide receiver class is dope, man, go get me one of these young stud wide receivers. And that's just off the top of the head. This draft is loaded. Ooh. Trap. Man, y'all can't tell me that make my idea even more great. Let's go get one of these dope young wide receivers and turn this offense all the way up. You got Josh Jacobs in the backfield. You got a young stud wide receiver to pair with CeeDee Lamb. You got a young emerging tight end in Jake Ferguson. Man, we'll be off the chains, y'all. And I fixed the defense. All we really need on defense is a stud linebacker and a dominant defensive tackle. We ain't trying to, look, if you do what I said, it wouldn't be up for hope. We wouldn't have to hope if the defensive tackle be good. We went and got a proven one. Go get Sheldon Rankins. That man probably ready to lead the Texans. He might be rejuvenated over there with the CJ Stroud type stuff. But hey, Sheldon Rankins might love to come to Dallas. Go get Sheldon Rankins. He ain't even gonna break the bank. HTM, my guy, please, let me know what Sheldon Rankins making. Let me know what Sheldon Rankins making right now. You should have just came on the show at this point, guys. Trap. Let me know what Sheldon Rankins making, man, because all we got to do is Brian come in. He's not a dominant. He's not like the best ever, but he's way better than what we got. Say we need an edge rusher. We got plenty of edges, though, D.A. Lee. We got Sam. We got Fowler. Them boys just ain't get enough work. They didn't get enough work. If we can get Sam to stay his ass on sides, though. That's all we need from Sam. Stay on sides and get some more reps. Dante Fowler, he's a monster. I would be trying to sign Fowler back. He ain't making number 9. That ain't bad. You gonna get rid of Nelva probably. Nelva probably ain't coming back. Who else? Shit, I keep Hank. But if Hank talking about a lot of money, shit, hey, Hank, yeah, you better get with the program, my boy. You better get with the program. Yo, Fowler needs playing time. That's why we don't need no edge, D.A. D.A., what? Yo, let me hear your argument about us needing edges. You know, we hear each other out. This is a discussion, not an argument. We just discuss. Said they don't get home consistently. I can't argue with you on that. I like them as a rotational guys. Need a dominant guy opposite of Tank. So you playing Micah at linebacker then. You making Micah a full-time linebacker. That must be your plan. But DA, never gotta go. Shit. You know, nothing personal against these guys, man. We just trying to build a championship roster. That's all we trying to do. Oh, he said Hank only making 1.5 million. He back. Oh, we'll take you for that. And we'll throw in a Whopper combo for you.
Trap.
We'll throw in some Whataburger specials for you, man. You know, that's Texas. Yeah, we'll throw in a Whataburger lifetime supply for you, Hank. Make sure you come on back. Shit. I'll take Hank for that little money. That ain't nothing. Okay, you pair Hankins with Rankins. Hankins with Rankins.
Trap.
Tell me that ain't music to your ears. Tell me that ain't music to your ears. Hankins and Rankins, it's too perfect. It has to happen. It has to happen now. Hankins and Rankins in the middle just wrecking shop. Hankins and Rankins in the middle just wrecking shop. That make you want to start rapping, don't it? Or is it just me? It made me start thinking of bars. Like, I don't know. Hankins and Rankins. That'll be a dominant, it might not be the best ever, but I think that'll be a formidable line, right? What y'all think? Hankins and Rankins. Do y'all think that'll be a formidable line? That's pretty good. That's pretty good to me. He said Whataburger would be a $5 million bonus. He ain't lying. Hey, Whataburger be kind of hot on it. But y'all know what I mean. Don't forget Osa. Yeah, Osa be there too. Osa can be there too. But you got, like, on big, heavy rundowns, you know what I'm saying? You can throw out Tank. You can throw out Osa. You can throw out Hankins, Rankins, and draft a guy. But you got Mizey, though. You got Mizey, though. What we drafting the defensive tackle for? He ain't gonna be ready to 2030.
Trap.
Dude ain't gonna be ready to 2030. Know what I'm saying? Grand Theft Auto 7 will be out before he be ready. Shit. ACM, we ain't got time for that. Man. Shit. Grand Theft Auto 7 will be out before a defensive tackle be ready.
Trap.
We ain't got time for that, bro. We ain't got time for that. I'm sorry. I ain't want to draft one this year. So, look, I definitely ain't trying to draft one. Man, we'll be waiting forever for them boys, man. Hold on. MC Iverson, the CEO with the $5 super, man. Shout out to you, sir. He says, Devin White's a free agent, but I know he'll break the bank. He was almost released this year, so he might not. Let's see what he make. See, I need me a dude in a suit. See, this is why we gotta support the trap, man. We gotta support the trap.
Trap.
ATM gonna start charging me after a while. That's my guy. But I can't just keep asking ATM for every stat. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to cut him a check after a while. So I'm gonna need me a dude in a suit right here. Just sitting right there. Any question I ask, he just like typing it up. Boom, 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 boom. Give me the number and we got it. See, we gotta elevate the trap, man. We gotta elevate the trap. We gotta get this stuff done. We gotta crunch these numbers. We gotta get it done, man. We supposed to have somebody right here, Benson. What his name will be? I don't know. Jeffrey. Like on Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to have Jeffrey right here ready, crunching the numbers, boom, 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 get them to me, and we done. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to have that like that. We gonna get there, though. We gonna get there, y'all. We just got the 5K. You know what I'm saying? Maybe at 10K, it might come with a Jeffrey over there. You know what I'm saying? You might have a Jeffrey over there at 10K. I don't know. Shout out to Amp Sports in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. I'm proud of that too, man. Hey, if don't nobody be proud of you, you gotta be proud of yourself too, though. Trap. Oh, he said I missed it super. I know I seen. My bad, Cerebral. Hold on. We don't do that here. We don't behave that way, Mr. Cerebral. So that's definitely my mistake. Was I cooking? Now, if I was cooking, I should get a pass, Cerebral. You know I don't miss no money now. If I was cooking, I should get a slight pass, like a semi-pass. I probably was on a rant, so it ain't my fault, okay? Let me see. There you go. Appreciate you, Mr. Cerebral Sasson. He says 3 coming off of ACL injuries, Overshawn Diggs and tight end John Stevens. Yeah, and that's tough right there too, man. When you think about it, that's tough. Cause we had high hopes for John Stevens, and then we need Trey, and then Overshawn looked like he would have kicked Damone Clark off a bridge. He might have kicked Damone Clark off a bridge. Bell wouldn't even exist. And we know Bell did. Look, I'm not gonna sit up here and dog out Bell. From what we asked this young man to do, he was exceptional at it. Undersized, out of position. So this is not us dogging out Bell, because I can just imagine if that was my son and he played safety his whole life, he go out here and play linebacker, he have a pretty good year number-wise, and we dog him out and blame him for everything. That's really not fair to the kid. But, it still don't mean that he's a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? That's not his fault. That's the coaching staff fault. That's Scott McCurley's fault. That's who it is. That's Scott McCurley's fault. So you shouldn't be accepting these safeties at linebacker. So, it don't matter the why. We talking about the what. And what needs to happen is we need Bell to be replaced as a real linebacker for the big boss fights in the NFL. For when we go up against San Francisco, we go up against these physical teams. Do y'all know, you wonder why we lose some of these games, y'all? Because it don't take nothing but a physical team to beat our tail if we ain't got no linebacker. Trap. It don't take none of that. It don't take no big time. It don't got to be no super talented team. All it take is a bully team that's gonna run down your back. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Pause. That's gonna run down your. You know what they say. Just run at you, run down your. Never mind. But you know what I mean. Just run on you. That's all it take is a big team like that. That's a physical team. That's all it take. And now we in shambles. So we gotta improve that. We gotta improve that, bro. We gotta improve that. Devin White. Market value is $15 to $20 million a year. And he might be too expensive. That's why Bobby Wagner is cheaper, right? Bobby Wagner is cheaper. I'll take Bobby over him. Because Bobby won 1 year. Devin White probably looking for a little more commitment on his. Shout out to Corey Vaughn with the $10 super, man. He says, I'll send enough supers to get you an assistant. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that, man. We trying to get some trap upgrades, Mr. Corey Vaughn, man. I need a dude in a suit right here that's with me, man. You know what I'm saying? They said you're talking to grown folks, landlord. Hey, man, you got to say pause every time you say anything these days. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to, you got to be quick on your feet these days, man. You got to be quick on your feet. Because they'll catch you slipping. But that's the suit man fund Mr. Corey gave me. The suit man fund. We need a suit man. Devin White makes $15 to $20 million. That's too steep, right, HTM? That's too steep for my liking. That's too high. When you could probably pay Bobby about 10. Yeah, Cowboys could have got an all-pro linebacker for under 10, but wanted to keep LVE in the fold. On a 1-year deal, HTM, for that same all-pro linebacker, do you think Bobby Price gonna go up though? Because you still pretty much an old man, and then you pretty much working off of 1 year, right? How much could Bobby actually demand? Because we all know it's going to be a short-term thing. It's going to be 1 year. How much could Bobby actually demand? I'm still feeling like Bobby money will be cheaper than what Devin White would want, right? Let me know if I'm wrong on that. I'm still looking at, we still got to operate in cheap world, y'all. We still got dollar bills.
Dollar bill!
He ain't went nowhere. We still got to operate in the confines of a budget. You know what I'm saying? We can't just go do anything because we have dollar bill. He's not going to do certain stuff. We trying to be realistic. We already know it's certain stuff he will not do. It's certain stuff he will not do. He refused to do. ACM said he's an all-pro this season before. He was the all-pro the season before. Okay. This is why ACM to go. He said he don't want big money. He wants to play for a contender and being public about that. That's great, man. Shout out to ACM, man. So the fact that he was an all-pro last year and he still took a short discount deal, that says everything you need to know. He's willing to negotiate. He's willing to play ball. He want to be on a contender. I think that was just a little homesickness for him to go back to Seattle because did he really think Seattle was a contender? He probably had his heart set on Dallas and Dan Quinn let him down.
Trap.
Man, Bobby Wagner probably had his heart set on Dallas and Dan Quinn let him down. And he said, man, I might as well just go home then. I might as well just go home and play then. That's probably what happened when you think about it, man. Because I don't think he thought Seattle was no real contender. Seattle was a good team, though, but, like, championship contender? Like, nah, you're not. Nobody would have put money on Seattle to be a championship team. Like, no, nobody would have did that. So Bobby's smarter than that. He probably just went back home. He probably felt like the Cowboys would have got him, and then when they didn't, he probably was like, man, I'm finna go home. Screw this. He hit the Carmen and said, screw you guys, I'm going home. So bring him to Texas, man. Bring him to Texas, man. I'll take Bobby Wagner because we trying to do something right now. Maybe you draft one anyway, but you bring in Bobby, and he can be the mentor for the young linebacker, Damone Clark, and DeMarvion Overshawn. He can mentor the whole room. Dan Quinn doesn't give about linebackers. We know that. That's why we don't need him here. If you're not going to fill our linebacker void, man, I'm going to need you to go pack your bags, Dan. I'm going to need you to pack your bags. You just heard Micah Parsons' brother put a big indictment on him. And, hey, I don't necessarily disagree with hardly anything that young man said. I'm telling you right now, I really thought he was finna diss track everybody. I thought he was finna be like, this wrong, I'm tired of this, I don't like this. I didn't know what to expect from that podcast. But that man was really telling the truth on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He really was. So, DQ, I'm going to need you up out of here, man. Seattle, bring DQ back home. Seattle. Go on, do us a favor. Shit. Do us a favor. Yeah, all-pro last year and this year. Man. And we been had Bobby Wagner on the radar, and he could have helped this team. We sitting up here with safeties playing linebacker. Dan Quinn, I'm questioning you too. This is on you too, Dan Quinn. Because I know you wanted Bobby Wagner, but you deferred to the Joneses and let them not give them to you. You supposed to stood on that table and said, I demand Bobby Wagner.
Trap.
See, look, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to come to these conclusions. We heard reports that Bobby Wagner wanted to come to Dallas. We heard reports that DQ was interested in Bobby Wagner. Next thing you know, Bobby Wagner doesn't come to Dallas. So what conclusion do we got to come to? Somebody told Dan Quinn that we can't afford Bobby Wagner. And we heard them reports too. They said the money didn't work out. Who that sound like to you?
$1 bill.
You don't have to be a rocket scientist to come to these conclusions. At this point, with all the evidence that we just presented, it's no longer even skeptical. It's not even up for debate almost at this point. Stephen Jones told them that they weren't paying for him. And Dan Quinn should have really stood on it. Don't do that, Nick. Nick, why you want to laugh at our pain? And I know you got to laugh to keep from crying, right, Nick? Good grief. We play this time next year. We're going to say that. We're going to manifest that. We play this time next year in the divisional. This is going to be our first game next year. Okay, let me go ahead and put my crystal ball to work. What the day is? January 21st, 2025 will be the Cowboys' first game of the playoffs. We're going to be the number 1 seed. This will be our first game to go to the NFC Championship. We would defeat. Who will we beat? Who we gonna beat to get to the NFC Championship? In my dream case scenario. Yeah, I'm crying in the inside too. I am. I'm hurt. Who we gonna defeat in 2025 to go to the NFC Championship, y'all? What team we gonna play? I don't know. We'll say, hey, ATM said the Eagles. Okay, we'll defeat. This is gonna be our first game. January 21st, 2025, we'll be playing the Eagles in Dallas, and we'll beat them to go to the NFC Championship. That's when we play. That's the next game we play, okay? That's what time we play, in a year. So don't do that. Don't do that. We play in a year, and we're going to beat them. So I'm sorry, but, hey, y'all. You know I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid. I'm operating off a wish and a prayer, Bobby. Off a hope and a prayer. $1 and a dream, like J. Cole say. I'm going off $1 and a dream, man. That's all I'm doing. $1 and a dream. Hey, T-Roy, we might be playing the Packers in the NFC Championship.
Trap.
I ain't even touch on the Packers. I'm going to touch on the Packers in the 49ers game, then I'm out of here. All right. The Packers played some ball, didn't y'all? See, one thing, look, let me know if I'm crazy. Because I'm looking at the stuff that seems like it was holding up these teams. The reason why it seems like they are here, no, it don't seem like. The reason that they are here and we are not. If you look at the stuff that was propelling these teams, that was holding these teams up, to me, it looked like most of these teams had a run game and they had a defense. Now, the Texans was probably the only one that didn't have a run game, but their defense was playing ball. Now, all year they might have not been the greatest defense statistically and all that goofy stuff. But one thing we can say, the Texans defense was showing up. They was playing football.
Trap.
And shout out to D'Amico Ryans because he had them young boys playing. So, two things that stood up in the playoffs was what? Defense and a run game. Tell me, do the Cowboys got either one of them up? Tell me if the Cowboys got either one of them. Did you see how long it took San Francisco to score? You see what I'm saying? Dak had to score as soon as he touched the field. And I'm not taking up for that. But I'm just speaking facts. As soon as Dak Prescott walked on the field, he had to score 7 points. And he couldn't do it. Okay. Soon as he got out the field in, they scored another 7. He might have threw an interception. I think he might have threw an interception on that second possession. That's on Dak. But at the same time, they didn't score a touchdown right there. They still gave up 7. All they had to do is give up some field goals. I told ATM this, and I promise you, y'all know I did almost a complete 360 on Dak Prescott. So this is not me taking up for Dak in no sense of the word. But this is just me analyzing the game. Just imagine if instead of us being down 14-0, just imagine if the defense would have stopped them boys on both of them and made them kick field goals. Do you think that game would have went the same way if Dak would have been down 6-0? I just think that's a whole different mentality, man. Instead, he was down 14-0. That's a whole different mentality. Like, your defense supposed to took some pressure off of you, man. That defense supposed to took some pressure off you, man. Look at what we seen them other defenses do. Look at what them other defenses did. Green Bay defense, the raw San Francisco offense. Them boys had 7 points at halftime or something, didn't it? I think the score was 6-7 deep in the second quarter. That's giving your team a shot. That's keeping your team in the game. Because the offense might need a little time to get it together. The defense might need a little time to get it together. So that's when it's a marriage. Y'all got to work together. But y'all both can't show up. Y'all both can't be absent in the biggest game of the year. Both of y'all can't be absent. That's when you get ran out of here by this young, unproven team. You can't be busted coverages all game. That's just crazy. So to me, the reoccurring theme of the playoffs, and I'm done with it because they getting me mad all over again. I'm getting mad all over again. So the reoccurring theme, what I see in the playoffs, the two things that reign supreme throughout the teams that's looking good and that's advancing in the playoffs, run game and a defense. And y'all let me know if we got either one of them. Let me know how confident you are in either one of those aspects of your football team right now. Let me know, and we're going to ride the show on out, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all know how we do, man. I just come up here and ramble about your Cowboys, come up with a couple of topics. Y'all doing me dirt on the likes, though, man. Do I got an ugly cry before I leave, man? Do I got an ugly cry before I leave? Let me know. Please get the likes up, man. Please get the likes up. We trying to grow the show. It do a lot. It does a world of wonder for the content if you just hit the like button. It is a digital currency. It pumps out the stuff to the algorithm, man. It gets me everywhere. It gets it out. It gets the message out. And it helps prepare the show to the level that we trying to get it to, man. So please hit the like button. Okay, where the confidence at? We ain't got no run game and no defense. The way our defense performing, we ain't have no run game or no defense. If you think them quarterbacks won them games, you out of your mind. If you think them quarterbacks won them games, you out of your mind. They defenses gave them quarterbacks extra opportunities to get it right time and time again. San Francisco defense making big-time goal line stops, blocking field goals, making punt returns for touchdowns. These defenses was showing up for their football teams, y'all. So make no mistake about it. The defense really, they deserve a whole lot of blame. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not taking nothing away from the offense, but all I'm saying is if you stop them boys on at least one of them drives and made the score be 10-0, 6-0 instead of 14-0, maybe you give your team a chance. Maybe you change the whole trajectory of that game. Who knows? But we'll never know because our ass is in Cancun right now. Trap. Not in Cancun, because we at work. They in Cancun, goddamn. Trap. Them boys in Hawaii and shit. I'm at work. I'm in the cold. It's 16 degrees where I'm at. Shit. What am I talking about? They in Cancun, not me. y'all know, man. We love this team, man. This team get me up every day, and it makes me mad every time they lose. That's just the life of a Cowboys fan, man. It is what it is. We deserve better, y'all. That's why I get up and make a show every day. We deserve better. We got to push the front office to make some change. This is what my show for. From this day forward, we trying to promote change, push out better ideas so we can get this team to do better. We got to. But I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. I appreciate all the support we got from y'all today, man. All the people that's watching. Make sure you hit that like button and help your boy out. But y'all know why them haters hate on us. Why? Because we are the greatest. That's why, man. Shout out to everybody rocking. We still America's team now.
We are America's team.
Don't never forget that.
Money in
We
my
just
hand.
gotta get back to our glory. Let's go.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses
I'll
boggle
take
your
it on
mind.
social
And
media.
every song, man, I swear, just
Yikes.
get better with time. No matter how much
We
shade they
deserve
throwing, I
better.
still manage to
We
shine.
deserve
I don't know
better.
why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all
all
they
they
think
think
about.
about.
Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch
Let's
teams
change.
like KD. I know my time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most to say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the famous. Show these I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat. I do it for the family. So
Make sure you
bring the
share
block
it
to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you'll need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, make dollars till you make it. Show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the great young poet, got flow flowing, it's mind blowing. I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning. For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat I eat and destroy, that's what the fans want it. The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping. Yeah, I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Cause the pics I'm cropping be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom, assembled by the avenue. So I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar to an animal. These niggas ain't half as cool, I got different levels to tap into. I am the truth. To know that I kill it, these are God level lyrics. I should be on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic to the real spirit, like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody with me, I'm the great. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat. I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys. And if you try to stop me, you'll need a plan B. Yeah, I just do it for the real. If you ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how I feel. To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals, let the doubters see you make it. And show 'em all you the greatest, I'm the greatest.
Not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.